Like I was saying on the last video, I just finished watching Queen's Flip. He had the brother Bimmy on there. Bimmy was Supreme Team drug dealer in the early 80s. Got his life together after he came home from a bid. I believe it was a 3 to life bid. And he got a second chance at life. And he made it work. So this brother was on Queen's Flip. Speaking about Irv Gotti a little bit, Supreme, one of his best friends, and as he said, one of his leaders. And he also spoke about 50 somewhat, but really what caught me in the interview was Preem's son. You know, kind of like maybe a nephew to him. You know, Preem's his brother. Preem's son, which a lot of people is saying that he's out here making himself look foolish and also making his father look foolish with all the shenanigans that he's doing online. Now I'm following Preem's son online, and I see some of the things he does, and you know, it would make you say, you know, why? And you say, okay, you know, your father was this person, you know, strong, stand-up guy, very intelligent. Seems like his son may be the opposite, but you got to remember his son didn't really grow up with him. You know, they spoke through prison letters, like he said, over the phone, but I don't think his father really raised him, and he doesn't really know much about his father, so he could be rebelling out. But when the first time I seen Preem's son, automatically I said he reminded me of Brother Prince York. Brother Prince York is the son of Dr. Malachi Z. York, which he's incarcerated also. And he didn't get a chance to really raise his son like Preem really didn't get a chance to raise, you know, little Preem. So a lot of times it could be these young brothers are rebelling. A lot of people say that Preem's son is kind of feminine. It could be, you know, growing up around women. I don't think he's gay at all. You know what I mean? He's kind of like a slight pretty boy. Same thing as Dr. York's son, Prince York. You know, he was raised by his mother. And, you know, some people say he's kind of effeminate, you know, the way he moves and his mannerism. And that could be, you know, just growing up with women and kind of thinking like a woman and sort. It has nothing to do with being gay, you know, liking another man. It's just how they move. It's who they was raised up. If he was raised by his father or both parents, he would have a duality of both energies. You understand what I mean? Yeah, so I just wanted to touch on that. It's a pretty, really good interview. And one of the things that I wanted to mention is every time I listen to the brother Bimmy, I always learn something. And he said that Preem was his teacher, right? He said Preem was his teacher. So I said, Dad, this brother Preem must have been really deep, because the brother Bimmy, every time he opens his mouth, he's saying something very intelligent and like very profound, in my opinion. You know, I learned every time I watch the brother, I learn something. And I'm not in the streets anymore, but if I was, he's the type of brother that would definitely get me out of the streets, man. Because, you know, the brother's successful. He's been in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I mean, deep in the streets. So, you know, I would definitely listen to the brother when he speaks, because I know he knows. You know, a lot of us was in the streets, but I believe that there's levels to the streetness, you know what I'm saying? And that brother was in the streets, you know, deep, you know, running with the Supreme Team, legendary drug group in Brooklyn, which many of these brothers have changed their life around. Many of them are in the industry. But some of the things, like the brother was saying, man, stay out of them streets, leave them streets alone. It's pretty much over. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people, if you grow up in that predicament and you slip in like that, then, you know, I don't think you know. But if you very intelligent, come from a good family, and you really have no need or no reason to be doing some of the foolish stuff you're doing, like selling crack to your people, you know, in the drug game, running around here trying to be a killer, it's not going to work. It's only going to get you killed or in jail for the rest of your life. So go check out that interview with Queens Flip and Bimmy, official joint, one of my favorite joints, next to Shay Davis.